What is going on, YouTube? Welcome in, all you hail raisers. Hope everybody is doing well tonight. We are coming with you with another scheme scene video. I am Voodoo.
I'm JT Dallas.
And for those that are regulars, sorry we didn't do the actual podcast this week. Had Mother Nature decide to alter the course, especially up there by him.
Yeah, we had a tornado. It was fun. I got to drive through it.
That doesn't sound like very much fun at all.
Nope. And then the next day I got into a wreck. So this week's been doing wonderful things to me.
Yeah. So we skipped over this week's podcast, but we'll be able to cover the Coke 600 next week. I gotta find out if my wife has anything going on Sunday, but if not, I may do a watch party for it since Jimmy's driving. We'll see.
That would be cool.
Keep
that popsicle too fast. I got a brain freeze. That sucks.
Keep an eye out on if we'll be doing that. You can do that by hopping in our Discord channel. But without further ado, let's hit that intro so we can jump into scheme scene for you.
Let's do it here. So let me remember this right. We don't have the 66 or the 44, right? Or is it
Correct.
the 87?
Those are the only two that we're missing.
So we do have the 87 of Connor Zillage.
Yeah. I mean, it's
okay.
I'm assuming what would be his scheme, but we'll see. So let's flip on over to it. Forgot it doesn't show you the intro stuff. Why is it not on? Why is it reverting back to the main and not going to the bottom like it's supposed to? What is going on? That works. There we go. Alright. You know what? We're just going to keep it raw for you. Why not?
Don't you love technology?
With that being said, let's go ahead and pull up the first one of Mr. Connor Zillage, like you mentioned. I'm assuming it's going to be this one. Technically on, they posted that he was going to run this one here, but on the entry form there was no sponsor, so maybe they're changing it up, but I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I did the intro, so I'll let you go first.
I said I'd let you go first, but okay, I'll do it.
Too bad. Suck it up. You go
I'm
first.
going to give this one a 3. All right, no, I'm sorry, a 4. I'm going to give this one a 4. I like the Red Bull scheme.
Yeah, not tired of seeing it yet. Obviously, we've only seen it a couple of times this season, and it's been quite a few years. We've seen it before that. But I feel like they could...
it's not getting my 5.
I feel like they could spiffy it up some, so I'm just going to give it a 3. What would be nice, that reflective red around the number. If they would make that Red Bull reflective red, that'd be amazing.
I also would like if they would have done the went back to like the brushed steel like they had before.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Kind of like the silver. Yeah, that one looked really good too.
All right. Next up, the number on my hat.
That's why you wanted me to go first. I got you.
It is not getting my 5, but I will give it a 4. What's nice about this one is it's kind of basically the same Carvana scheme you ran at Daytona, like the same color, on the base, but you got kind of the stars and stripes in the background there. And then the outline of the 84 this time is his lovely neon yellow from when he was on Hendrick.
It is really nice. I
got it pre-ordered already.
Hear me out here, okay? I like this car better than I like the one that he ran in Daytona.
Really?
Because it has more of him in it.
I can see that.
But I'm gonna give this one a 4. It's not getting my 5. I really do like it.
I got something planned for my 5. We got remember if you're new to this, we only get to rate one scheme each out of 5, and we also have a specialty award of a loose wheel that we can only give out once an episode each.
Yep.
So keep a lookout for those.
And the loose wheel is the worst.
Yeah. Loose wheel means technically it's no lugs. So we're not even going to give them a lug this time. Normally we give them one lug, but they're not getting any. They're just going straight to the loose wheel penalty.
Yep.
But enough about Jimmy. Let's go to the guy that was dominating the All-Star race and then jacked it all up. Normal. Whee!
Well, I like this scheme. It's really kind of simplistic, but I like the way they unveiled it. I really like what they did to the RFK stripes at the bottom.
Yeah, I do like that they got the flag on it. And it goes all the way back, too.
I know, I noticed. I'm going to give this one a 3, just because there's not too much going on, honestly.
Usually you're a sucker for patriotic stuff.
I am, and I really do like it because I like the fuel cap and everything like that. If they would have went more with that instead of just like the blue car with, I feel like they could have done a lot more.
Yeah. I get you. You know what? They could. Yeah, I'll agree with your 3. There are some schemes that are coming up here that are definitely better than this one. So we'll keep that.
And I'm gonna say that this is the Coke 600, which is usually filled with patriotic schemes. That's why I'm treating it a little bit more harsh.
Yeah. Because this is supposed to be, well, it's the day before Memorial Day that it takes place on. And obviously they'll be honoring all the veterans that have paid the ultimate sacrifice. So this is the day for remembering those that have fallen. Not just those that are served. It's not our time to be recognized.
Yeah, it's not Veterans Day, it's Memorial Day.
Correct. But Mr. A.J. Allmendinger is up next.
Let's see what the Dinger brings to the table. See, now, this, I kind of like this. I mean, it is patriotic to an extent, but they've got those stars wrapped in different colors, and I mean, they utilize the wrap. That's what I really like. I know it's your turn, so I'm not going to give mine, but
yeah. So this is technically the same blueprint as the regular leaf filter. And I thought it was, when I saw it on the entry list, I was like, really? They're just bringing the black and green car? Like, come on, you could do better than that. Well, they definitely did better than that. I kind of like the way that they did it because
I do too. It flows really well.
Yeah, it's simplistic, but still you can tell that they went patriotic with it. With that being said, I actually like this car better than I like Brad's.
Me too.
So this one's getting a 4.
Yep, I agree.
All right, we got his teammate up next. White and gold, baby.
Yeah.
Technically, it's not red, white, and blue, but they do got that big old remembering 7064. I want to say is for I know it's one of the wars. I don't remember which one.
Desert Storm, maybe?
I don't know, maybe. I feel like Desert Storm and the Korean War and those had more than just 7,000, but I could be wrong.
Well, I feel like Iraq would have more than 7,000. Maybe it's for a certain operation or something, like Operation Iraqi Freedom or something like that.
Maybe so. Not sure. But I mean, it's nice. I like the white and the gold. It pops off, and it's definitely a different scheme than what they normally run. So
I agree. I just wish they would have done a little bit more. I'm gonna give this one a 3. I mean, it's not high on my list.
Yeah, I'm actually the way I think this one's gonna look on track. I think it's gonna look much better than what this picture's doing. I know it's not patriotic, but I'm giving it a 4. I would gladly stare at this on track quite a few times.
It'd be easier to see.
Yeah. Be the only straight white car out of all the red, white, and blue stuff going on.
Right. Next, we've got Daniel Suarez. I've been looking forward to this car. This is a much better freeway car than normal.
Should run this one regularly.
100%.
Yeah, it's mine. All right.
Mine. Is it
your odds, I'm evens.
Okay.
So with that being said, definitely better freeway insurance scheme. I love how it's basically the same pattern, but they just changed the ugly green that does not go well with this blue and changed it to red with some white stars that definitely goes well with this blue. It's one of the better ones that we're gonna see, but it is not my 5-star or lug, whatever we're giving them. So it's getting a 4.
I'm gonna agree with your 4. I like the little stars that they've implemented into it. I wish they would have done that like with blue stars and the white. I think that would have made it just a little bit better.
Kept the red just red. Yeah. Kind of backwards, but yeah, is what it is.
Hey, it's a nice car.
Next up, we got Mr. Cody Ware
in his normal Jacob car with I'm sorry, it's not normal. I'm sorry. He's got the Evil Knievel stripe.
The Evil Knievel stripe, yep.
Other than that, it's the same Jacob scheme you've seen before.
Indeed.
I'm gonna give this one a 2. Should have tried harder.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you too. Moving on.
We're moving on to a legacy driver, Eric Jones. That patriotic event health car.
Yep. So this is basically the same Advent Health template, but obviously they've inverted the colors because usually it's white in the middle.
This would make a better Evil Knievel car.
Right. It almost looks like it would go well with that. Definitely. I would almost say that this is the best legacy car that they're bringing.
Yeah,
but
I could see that.
I feel like they could have done more. So this one's only going to get me a 3.
I'm going to put this one up at a 4. I do like the way that they did the stars kind of by Advent Health. I wish they would have ran it all the way through. Yeah. But it does give me that Evil Knievel kind of 70s patriotic vibes. So I'll keep it.
Sounds good to me.
It's definitely a car that I would own.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind putting that on my shelf. Next up, Mr. Justin Haley.
Wow, it's a Gamebridge car with their colors changed.
Yeah.
At least they put in the effort to change the colors. I like this version better than I like the original.
It doesn't take much to be better than the regular Gamebridge scheme, though.
That's very true. It's your turn, right?
Nope, it's an odd number.
No, I'm on. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna give this one a 3. I mean, it's still simplistic, but I like it better than the regular Gamebridge.
Yeah, I'll agree with your 3 because I mean they took the effort to change the colors, but that's all the effort that they took. Yeah.
Speaking of no effort, let's move on to Riley Herbst.
Right.
Wow, look at that patriotic scheme.
Black, white, and green, baby. I'm sure that's some country's colors.
Right.
Not ours though. Um. Uh. This is patriotic weekend. I mean, you got to do something. This one's only getting a 1. Not getting my loose wheel though.
No, I agree. I will agree with your 1.
I got somebody else in store for the loose wheel.
Yep, I do too.
It's probably gonna be the same person.
Most likely. But we can talk about some Cole Custards with his Texas A&M. Again, this isn't a patriotic scheme. We've seen it before. It's not my favorite scheme. I'm gonna give this one a 2. I mean, I might ordinarily give it a 3 just because it's but it's patriotic weekend. You got to try something.
The only thing patriotic about it is the digital camo in the background and the name on the windshield.
Yeah, that's it.
So I am gonna agree with your 2. Any other week, it'd probably be like a 3 or a 4. But
yeah, I will say though, that is one tradition that I do like when they do the Coke 600s that has recently developed is putting service members that have died in. Let me
on the
gather my
windshield.
thoughts here. Yeah,
Absolutely.
putting the name of service members that have died in active duty or so on.
Hopefully they keep that going. Definitely
I
awesome.
definitely do like that. But we can look at Ty Gibbs. Wow, look at that patriotic scheme. Yep, you read my mind 100%.
They did absolutely diddly squat.
Man, I feel like if I was like a team owner or something, this would be the weekend that I would like pull out all the stops. I'd have
You
like.
got other flavors of Monster.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm pretty
maybe
sure
it
there's a
is on
patriotic
there.
can somewhere out there.
I mean, shoot, you can put 3 monsters on there. They've got a red, white, and blue one. I know I've drank them all.
Yeah.
In high school, we used to call that the atomic bomb. You'd take the red, white, and blue monster and mix them all together.
Right. Can't believe I'm saying this, but Denny Hamlin's scheme is better than this one.
Right. Right.
And it sucks.
Wow, it's almost like we've seen the scheme.
Right. Actually fits in this time.
At least they tried to do patriotic.
Did they try though? Because this is the same scheme that they had when they ran it earlier.
Yeah, but I mean, he could be running his progressive scheme. That's what I'm saying. At least they matched up, one of the schemes that they had.
No.
I'm still giving it a 2. I mean, it's not getting very high. It's just
I'm giving it a 1. Sorry. I can't give it a 2.
the only reason it's getting a 2 is because it actually matches.
Yeah, well, I don't care. Not good enough for me.
Let's go to Bubbles.
You would think him having an Air Force as a sponsor, they would do something awesome.
Yeah. Nope. Chumba Casino. Because nothing's more American than gambling. In an African-themed casino.
Seen it already? Gonna see it again because it's at least going on the hadn't been on the 45 yet.
Yeah,
I know it's supposed. Has it? No, it's been on the 35. I didn't think it was on the 45 yet.
I think it's already been on the 45.
I could be wrong. Either way, it's only getting a 1.
Yep, I agree.
Who we got up next?
Next, we have SVG. Rocking his WeatherTech car. but it's got stars.
Right. They're like, we got to do something. There we go. Confetti stars. Blink.
I mean, to be fair, he is from New Zealand, so he kind of gets a get out of jail free. Him and Suarez, they get the get out of jail free cards.
Yeah, but he's not racing in New Zealand.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying. They kind of get out of jail free cards. But even they tried, and freaking Ty Gibbs and Riley Herbs, they couldn't even be bothered.
Right. What you giving it, homie?
I'm going to give this one a 3. I wish the stars were slightly different color because they kind of blend into the white. But
yep. Because that's all they did, I'm only giving it a 2. We've seen the WeatherTech scheme plenty of times.
That's true, but I like the WeatherTech scheme.
I like it too on a normal week.
Yep. You know what I don't like? Gamebridge schemes. And you know who runs a lot of them? Carson Hocevar. But he's not this week. He's riding Ride the Dente.
Yeah. Which could have been patriotic. But
it could have been patriotic. And I'm kind of getting tired of seeing the scheme.
Yeah. With that being said, not quite knocked down to a 1 yet. I'll keep it at a 2.
I'll agree with your 2. At least he's got the cool fire suit to go with it.
Right.
Ooh, Mikey McDowell is up next.
Speaking of Gamebridge schemes.
Wow, it's a Delaware Life scheme. Also owned by Spire.
Yep.
But at least it's patriotic, and I do like this one.
It's much better than the 7.
Yes. It's got the Kyle Larson style numbers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a 4. I like this scheme. Pretty nice.
It is a nice change, so I'll stick with your 4. I'm not going to drop it down to a 3. I was kind of leaning towards a 3, but
yeah. So.
All right. Next up, the Austin Dillon.
Yep. Let's see what we got for the 3. Now that right there is a patriotic scheme.
It sure the heck is.
Yep, I agree. This was the same scheme I had picked for scheme of the week. So here's all the boxes they checked for me. Well, I guess you're technically up first. I'll let you go first.
Well, first off, it's red, white, and blue. Second off, it's Winchester.
Yep.
Third off, you got your little legendary salute 10% off thing down there. And then, because it's a wrap, they have an American flag waving in the wind. Like, why can't everybody do that? It doesn't cost you any more than just putting some dang regular old straight stripes on there.
Right. All right, so you think of American NASCAR. Here's all the boxes it checked. American flag, check. Fishing, check. Ammunition, check. 10% off because you served, check. And of course, you got that DEI style number 3. It is a beautiful car. Anything you think of stereotypical America, it's got on it. I straight up would pre-order this car. It is a nice looking
I would
car.
too. If my wife would let me. But she's not going to let me. I didn't ask for permission for Jimmy's car, though. I just did it.
She already knows.
Yeah. So you ready for some disappointment? Because RCR wasted all their talent on this one. Kyle Busch is up next. Wow.
1.
Agreed.
I hate this scheme to begin with.
Enough of that guy. Let's go on to Noah Gragson and his Rush Truck Center scheme.
Wow, they changed it up. It's got an American flag in it. At least they tried.
Right. And it actually kind of works in a way.
Kind of works. What are you giving it?
I'll throw it a 3.
I'll give you a 3. Yeah, I'll agree.
Sounds good to me. Look at all that rhyming we just did. Moving on to another disappointment, Mr. Zane Smith.
It's got a dog on it.
Wolf.
I'll give it a 2 for the dog.
I'll agree. It almost looks
like
it almost. I mean, it looks like it's the same breed, just different colors of that Men in Black dog.
No, that's a French. The Men in Black was a pug.
Oh well, Mr. Dog Breed Connoisseur over there.
That's right. That and it's a green car, so it got a lug for that one too.
Yep. Mr. Mississippi's up next.
Oh, Ricky Spin Out has the Fun Pops car.
Why couldn't they run this one
It looks
when they ran
so
it
much
before?
better. Yeah, it looks really good.
I mean, technically it's the same paint scheme. They just changed the white area to red. That's all they did. But it works so much better.
It's an even, so you're first.
This one's definitely better. It's got that red, white, and blue American deal going on. And it used the wrap nicely. So I'm gonna throw it a 4.
I'm gonna give the 47 a 4 as well.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
See how Hendrick shows up at the Coke 600 with Willie B. That is a good Exalta scheme.
Yes, it is. I will agree with it for sure.
It's a 4. It almost made my 5. Almost.
I'm not gonna agree with your 4 on that one.
Yeah. That's such a nice scheme.
Keeping it all patriotic and stuff, we're gonna go to Mr. Ross Chastain.
Let's see what the Melon Man brought to us. Ooh, that #1 jockey scheme with all the banners and everything. That's a 4. It's gotta be.
That is creative. I have not seen this done. So with that being said,
good.
give my 4. Well, getting a 4, not my 4.
Yep, mine as well. I forgot it wasn't my turn. I jumped ahead. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Todd Gilliland is up next.
Disappointment.
It's purple. It looks like Barney. It gets a 2.
Yeah, just because I mean, they ran it last week. I'll agree with your 2.
I'm not really crazy about this scheme anyway, honestly.
It's kind of plain.
It's weird looking. Like I don't.
Not a
I don't
good
like
plane.
it. No, it doesn't really work. But next we got Kyler Riddick. Wow, it's like all the monster cars couldn't run anything but black.
Right.
What a disappointment.
The only reason why this thing is getting 2 lugs from me is because it's got the beast on it instead of just monster.
And yeah, that's it. I will agree. Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna drop it down to a 1 because it is Patriotic Weekend and it did absolutely nothing.
Gotcha. Mr. Chris Boucher.
I like the little camo that they got in the background.
It's a different
nice
camo
scheme.
than what most people normally use. You can't really tell from this side angle, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like the Desert Storm style camo. But it is Patriotic Weekend. I mean, they've got the diffuser that's American flag, but other than that, it's gonna get a
Around
2.
the gas tank too.
Oh well, true, but it's still getting a 2.
I'm not quite agreeing with you. It's got that nice orange mixed in with the military stuff going on, so getting a 3.
It just didn't have enough red, white, and blue going on for it. So
Yeah, but the orange is automatic +1, even on Patriotic Week.
even on Patriotic Week, huh?
Third legacy car of the week.
John Hunter. Man, this looks really weird.
It's literally the Dollar Tree scheme, but they changed it to be red and blue with a little bit of white.
The stripes don't even line up. They look like they're trying to come off the tube, but don't really work. I'm not crazy about this scheme, honestly. I'll give it a 3 just because it is, you know.
I mean, technically, it was my turn, but that's all right.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna agree with you 3 though, so that's fine.
See what old Chase Elliott can do.
I'll still let you go first on this one.
I like this scheme. I mean, it's simplistic. It's got the digital camo, but it's got the red, white, and blue Napa stuff. He even changed the number. It's not like I like it. It's gonna get a 3 probably, like a high 3. It's not. It doesn't scream enough for me, but
Yeah, I'll agree with you 3. They could have put in a little more effort.
Yep.
But they did put in more effort than this next one, Mr. Austin Cindric.
Well, we know Cindric's probably about to be fired. His dad was just fired. He's about to be fired. It's
we shall see.
Scandals, you know.
Normally I would give a 2 for the 2, but guess what? Not this week. He's getting a 1.
I agree. Move on to Ryan Priest. Let's see what that other RFK did. Oh, the graphics a little messed up.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention. The hood got removed, I guess.
I'm sure it's just white.
Yeah, it's just white. That's why it got taken off. I didn't pay attention to it.
I like the green camo that they kind of tried to do, mixed with the gold.
Green and camo in one.
Yeah, kind of. But the gold's kind of popping off. And of course, it's got the American flag stuff. I'm gonna give this one a 3. Same reason I gave the other RFK, Chris Buescher, a 3. Feel like they could have done a little more.
Absolutely, I'll agree with you 3. They should have picked a different one to come on board with them. That they could have done like a red, white, and blue deal with them. Like, I understand Irish Spring is like green and gold, but
I mean, even if they did green and gold, they could have, done like a different, like if they would have done digital camo or something like that, it would have probably got up a little bit, but
maybe so. Next up,
but anyway,
Joey Logano.
I mean, the crybaby that didn't even love his country enough to put a single blue dot on it.
Well, what they did was match the Indy entry that they got going on. It'll be the same livery on both of them.
What a loser.
Right? And with that being said, it's getting a 1.
I agree. This is too much like his last year's car. I don't like it.
I agree, sir. I agree.
Well, subtract 1 from that 22, and you've got 21 of Josh Berry, his Eero car. It's not.
Is that technically red down there? I don't know.
No, I count that more as like an orange,
like a peach.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 2. I do like the gradient behind it, but it is simplistic and it's not patriotic. So
it's a nice change from the regular Wood Brothers stuff. Although the regular Wood Brothers stuff would fit in this week.
I was about to say, I feel like they could have at least like modified a little bit of the Wood Brothers and had a red, white, and blue, But anyway,
moving on up. We subtracted 1 from the last one, but now if we subtract 2 from this one, we get the next guy.
Oh, Chase Briscoe in his 1980. Ooh, I kind of dig this one. What do you think?
Not as good as the 3. But it is nice. So with that being said, I will give this one a 4.
I agree. Let's go to another Hendrick car, the 48.
I almost gave this one my 5.
It is really nice. This reminds me of like a couple cars that Jimmy ran, honestly. This one's definitely getting a 4.
Absolutely. It was almost my 5, but that 3 just took it a notch above.
Oh yeah. Honestly, this one makes me think of the Lowe's car. I think it's that swoosh. It's just like
Yeah,
almost in the
it
same
is
spot.
almost the same, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you they
looks
used the
good.
blueprint from it.
Probably.
Next up, Mr. Ryan Blaney.
Let's see what old Blaney's got. See, at least they picked something where they could run a red, white, and blue. Granted, this is not the red, white, and blue that I would have ran, but it looks good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My turn. Back off.
See. I'm not giving them my slugs. I was just trying to think of how I would improve this. Like I would have.
I like the
I would have
change.
put like. I do like the change. I think what would have made it a little bit better though is if they took like stars in like white or the gray in the black. If they would have done that, I think it would have looked a little better.
Yeah, I could see that. It's still getting a 4 from me though.
I'll give it a 4. But let's see here. We got old Seabell next. And his ugly scheme. This is worse than the black one.
Really?
I dislike this one. I hate this scheme blueprint. Can we be honest? It's so simplistic and ugly to me. I dislike it. But he gets an extra point because it is patriotic. So I guess I will give him a 2 lug.
He gets an extra lug, so he only has 2.
Yep.
This is definitely, I would say, an upgrade from his normal ream scheme. Merely because of the stars. That's the only thing making it better. But with that being said, I'm going to agree with you too.
Yeah, I don't like this scheme. The whole blueprint, I feel like, could be completely trashed. Like a kindergartner could have made this scheme.
Probably did.
I would give them more credit if I found out a kindergartner did make this scheme. They're like, oh, that's pretty good for a 5 to 6 year old. Not a, fully fledged designer.
Right.
Which, I mean, I get a lot more goes into it, but like they do know they're working with vinyl that they have to change like every other week. You could literally do whatever you want. If you wanted to put someone's butt cheeks on the car, you could do that.
I don't know if NASCAR would approve that.
Yeah, but it's not really what NASCAR wants. It's what they need. I would much rather see a pair of cheeks running around track than this scheme again.
Speaking of staring at somebody's butt cheeks, Mr. Kyle Larson. He's usually running up front, so everybody's staring at his butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Repeat of last year.
Yeah.
That he didn't actually race in.
Maybe he'll
Well, he did when they went to Indianapolis. My bad. But for the Coke 600, he obviously never stepped foot in it. Maybe he will this year. We'll see.
Listen, this is all I'm going to say. I hope he does really well in Indy. And then I hope when he gets here, he immediately gets wrecked out. Not that I dislike him, but he is dominating so bad. Right. I would just like to see, somebody else run up front.
Yeah. It'd be nice to see Jimmy pick up another W on his 700th start.
100%.
But with that being said, I would rather see this on track every week than his actual HendrickCars.com scheme.
I agree on that one as well.
I'm going to give this a 3.
I will give this one a 3 too. Any other week, it probably would have gotten a 4, but
yeah. It actually would have made more sense for his scheme to run this week because it's already red, white, and blue.
Right.
But, I'm just a mere pawn in your scheme to make me watch you drive around in circles.
I just spend too much money paying you for toys that no grown man should have.
Right.
But anyway, my hair is a mess.
That's everybody but the 44 and the 66. Which the 44 is not JJ Yaley this week. It's Mr. Derek Kraus making his first start of the season, and then Mr. Josh Balicki's in the 66.
Yes, sir. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. As you can see, our sub count has grown just a little bit. We're at 130. So if you want to make 131, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon if you want to know when we post. Or if you want to catch us live, we go live on Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
As long as tornadoes don't touch down.
As long as tornadoes don't touch down.
Or power goes out. Or people get appendixes taken out.
Or if one of our parents gets in a life or death accident.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can also go check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Go check out our merch store. We do have merch. We've got some cool things, which actually, tying into our TikTok, I did a separate thing about my motorcycle. And I'm going to be ordering from our merch store. I'm going to order one of the Retro Razor stickers. And it's going on the bike. So I can rock that Retro Razor sticker and
have it like a crew emblem on the bike in GTA.
Well, actually, so what I was thinking about was I might actually put the logo as like a crew emblem on, and then I want to do some pinstriping on the tank itself. No, the Retro Razor is, I have this really ugly battery cover that I had to buy. It was 3D printed and it's black, and the plainness is just killing me. I don't like how it's just like a black box on the side of my bike. Gotcha. Where everything else is chrome and has a badge, and yeah. But,
gotcha.
But if you guys want to go check those out, also we have shirts, hats, cups, all kinds of cool stuff. You should go check it out. We also have if you don't want to buy any of our merch, but you like buying NASCAR merch like we do, we have a place for you to go called happyhourracing.com. And you can scroll through there. They've got t-shirts, hats, all kinds of cool stuff. They also have F1 stuff. So if you're not just in the mood for buying NASCAR stuff, you want to buy some F1, they have that as well. And when you go to checkout, go ahead and use code RHPD. And with no extra cost to you, we'll get a little off the top, and it'll help support the podcast. I know it's kind of mid-season, but if you want to join our fantasy, go to NASCAR.com, all the fantasy stuff. It is Raise Hail, that's Hale, Praise Dale Podcast. If it doesn't say podcast, it's not ours. And the password to get in is all lowercase RHPD2024. And if you are already in another fantasy league, don't worry, your points will carry over. So you're not starting from scratch. If not, hey, you'll be in for next year, so you can always try next year. But the winner of that little competition gets a 1/64th diecast from the Lionel shop. So,
yes, sir.
Have I missed anything, Voodoo?
I think you caught all of it.
All right. Well, I will let you read us out.
All right. Go ahead and pull it on up. So that's the checkered flag for this week. Keep your engines revved, and we'll catch you on the next one, Hail Razors.